Greetings, Earthlings. It is, what's today? It's Tuesday morning, and first time I'm trying this here. And I just want to, first of all, say hello. And most importantly, I hope you guys are staying safe out there. You're being healthy, you're making smart choices. Obviously, listen to what everybody's telling us to do about kind of staying away, and I think that's the key to this. But in the meantime, yes, we're supposed to kind of begin online learning here, and just to kind of fill you in, I may not use videos like this every day. Like I told you in class, I may just post assignments sometimes, or I may post to read something. Maybe it'll be a YouTube video. And then sometimes you'll have assignments you have to submit and turn in, other times you may not. But that's kind of how this is going to work. And the other thing I want to tell you before I forget, happy Pi Day. I feel upset that I missed Pi Day, and with all the chaos, I'm used to having a big celebration in my house, and we could not this year. So sad, but hopefully next year. Anyway, I hope you like my makeshift whiteboard here. It's my daughter's Crayola, Fisher-Price, whatever you want to call it, set. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up where we left off. If you remember that one day before we had to end, that we started talking about circles. I'm going to take about 5 minutes here and remind you what that was about. And then, yes, I am going to have you try an assignment out of your book. And we're just going to take it from there. I kind of feel like we're going to spend about 2 days on this particular thing, and then move on after spring break to probably go a little bit further with it. So anyway, just to kind of remind you, I'm going to kind of refer to this. Remember that an angle that comes right from the center, called a central angle, and the nice thing about central angles is they have the same measure as the arc. So this arc up here is 58 degrees because the central angle is. So what would have been probably a question for you if I was in class was, how would you get arc A? And hopefully you understand that the logic here is, if this is a diameter, meaning it cuts the circle in half, 180 minus 58 means that this angle right here has to be, let's see how quick your math is, 122. So if that angle is 122, then A is 122, okay? The other kind of angle we talked about, remember, was called anybody remember? See, I'm so in classroom mode that I feel like asking questions, but I know that I'm talking to myself right now. Remember, this is called an inscribed angle. And remember, that's half the measure of the arc. So again, if this is 50, then angle B, it's an inscribed angle, is going to be 25. Okay, let's do a little harder one. It has some algebra over here on the left. Let's start with x. 2x plus 4 is a central angle. It is equivalent to 80, so of course you would set 2x plus 4 equal to 80. If you subtract 4, you're going to get 76, and then divide by 2, you're going to get 38. Okay? What about this one? The inscribed angle, 32 degrees, is always half the arc. So I would actually, I don't like working with fractions if I don't have to. So instead of using a half of something, I'm going to use double of the other thing. I'm going to say it takes 2 32s to equal 1 y plus 6. You can see I didn't plan my space very well because I'm running into this other problem, but hopefully you're following here. 64 is y plus 6. And finally, if I subtract 6 right here, I'm going to get 58. So there it is, 58. Okay? Now, just one more. I'm going to show you here, and then we will call it a day here. Just one more question. And it's this, because you're going to see some of these. What if you have a triangle, a right triangle, I should say, like that, and I were to ask you the measure of that given this arc is 60? Now, lots of ways you could do this. One thing I want to point out is that if that's a right angle and it's also an inscribed angle, you have to double that to get this arc. So this is 180 over here, okay? That may not come in handy in this problem, but it may help in some other ones. Probably what most of you are thinking though is, oh, if that's 60, then the inscribed angle over here is 30, which actually means now 30 plus the 90 there, yeah, that is 60 degrees, and that's our answer that we're looking for. So you're gonna see some things like that. I'm gonna go ahead and post this as well online, as well as verbally tell you, but just so you know, your assignment that I would like you to try for this first day is page 589. And I would like you to do, not try, I want you to do like you always would, problems 10-18 to 10-24. I will post that because technically online classes don't begin till Wednesday. Today is Tuesday. I'm going to go ahead and post this now, and if you see it early, great, but this is not due till Thursday morning. So you have today and tomorrow to do it if you happen to watch this early. I will let you know at that time what we decide to do with this. Am I going to have you submit it somehow? I've got some ideas for that, believe it or not. And if I don't have you submit it, then it'll be like any other homework. You know, it wasn't checked, but it was still beneficial. For now, do it on a normal piece of paper like you always would. Show your work, and we'll pick it up from there. All right, guys, hope all is well. Hope this made sense. Feel free to email me if you have any questions about anything.